Ladies and gentlemen, as you are likely aware, a situation of intense conflict persists in the Amhara region of Ethiopia, where the Ethiopian National Defense Force, ENDF, is engaged in fierce battles with the Amhara Fano forces across multiple fronts. We have been receiving reports indicating that the fighting has escalated significantly in recent times. The Ethiopian government, in its efforts to quell the Amhara Fano forces, has seemingly gone to great lengths and expended considerable resources. It is worth noting that a substantial influx of ENDF soldiers and heavy equipment has been reported in the Amhara region, signifying the seriousness of the ongoing situation. From various sources, we have gathered the most up-to-date information on the evolving conflict, which we aim to share with you in this video update. As of the latest reports, it appears that the Ethiopian government is sparing no effort to subdue the Amhara Fano forces and is continuing to bolster its presence in the Amhara region. A considerable amount of heavy military equipment, including artillery and a number of ZU-23 anti-aircraft artillery pieces and tanks, is being deployed from Addis Ababa to Amhara through the Kalti route. It has been reported that the Ethiopian government is sending additional tanks, artillery pieces, and ZU-23 anti-aircraft artillery to the Amhara region in a bid to counter the Fano forces. We have received video footage that provides visual evidence of these military assets being transported towards the Amhara region. Now, let's take a moment to watch this video to gain a clearer understanding of the situation. The video footage unequivocally underscores the sheer size and scale of the military reinforcement efforts undertaken by the Ethiopian government. This buildup of armed forces and heavy weaponry heading into the Amhara region underscores the gravity of the ongoing conflict and the potential ramifications it may hold for the region and its people. In recent reports, we have been made aware of several deeply distressing and concerning developments in various regions of Ethiopia. These events highlight the grave humanitarian and security issues that have emerged in the wake of the ongoing conflict in the country. First, in Aragodana, Minjar, located in northern Shua, we have received alarming information that Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has issued orders for the complete demolition of the town inhabited by Amhara civilians. This distressing situation has led to the deployment of bulldozers, which are being used to raze the homes of innocent Amhara civilians. The sheer scale of this demolition and its devastating impact on the lives of these people is truly distressing and requires immediate attention. Moving to the region of Wegedi in southern Wello, we have received disconcerting news that following significant losses to the Amhara Fano forces, Ethiopian National Defense Force, ENDF, soldiers resorted to a chilling campaign of door-to-door violence against Amhara civilians, disproportionately targeting women, children, and young men. Shockingly, 9 civilians have already fallen victim to this brutality, and regrettably, there is a grim expectation that this number may continue to rise as the full extent of the tragedy becomes apparent. In Debre Marcos, situated in Gojam, we have been informed that ENDF has carried out 3 drone strikes in separate locations, namely the Debre Marcos University Health Campus near the Wita River and the Deliga area. These indiscriminate strikes have resulted in the tragic loss of 10 Amhara civilians. As is often the case with such devastating events, the number of casualties is anticipated to increase, deepening the sorrow and suffering of the local population. Furthermore, in Addis Kadem, located in Awizon in western Gojam, we have received reports of ENDF employing heavy weapons shelling, which has had fatal consequences for the local Amhara civilians. This onslaught has led to the tragic loss of 10 innocent lives, underscoring the severity of the crisis that has enveloped the region. In the latest updates from Ethiopia, we are confronted with a series of deeply troubling events that underscore the ongoing turmoil and instability within the country. These events are both tragic and unsettling as they reveal the impact of the conflict on the lives of civilians and the broader state of affairs in various regions. One particularly disconcerting report highlights that the Ethiopian forces, following their defeat in the battleground of Debre Marcos city, embarked on a horrific campaign, going from house to house and committing atrocities against the civilian population. Such acts of violence and brutality against innocent citizens are a stark reminder of the devastating human toll that this conflict has exacted. Moreover, sources of information have indicated that a firefight has erupted in the vicinity of the Bole water tank in Doro Hayalem. The intensity of the fighting and the specific circumstances surrounding this engagement remain a cause for concern, and the situation is one that warrants close scrutiny. Adding to the complexity of the situation, it has been reported that the network in Debre Marcos city is currently down. The disruption of vital communication infrastructure further exacerbates the challenges faced by the local population and hinders efforts to provide assistance and support. On a different note, the Ebnat Tekiza Basin Brigade convened a significant discussion recently to address crucial issues that require prioritization. Notably, a decision was reached during this discussion to commence the establishment of institutions offering professional services. This decision reflects a proactive approach toward addressing the needs of the community and fostering a sense of stability and continuity. However, the situation remains precarious as just yesterday, around 1:30 p.m., Ethiopian forces advancing from Dangla to Kosoba found themselves under attack by the Fano forces. The confrontation took place at a location known as Addis Kadam and highlights the ongoing volatility and clashes that persist in the region. These developments serve as a poignant reminder of the challenges that Ethiopia is currently grappling with, from the loss of civilian lives to the breakdown of essential services and the continued military engagements. It is imperative that the international community remains vigilant and engaged in efforts to facilitate a peaceful resolution to this conflict, one that prioritizes the safety and well-being of all Ethiopian citizens. As we continue to closely monitor this situation, our thoughts go out to those affected, and we remain committed to providing further updates as events unfold.